There are people who dream of having a Ferrari their whole lives. Luckily, I've already experienced it. And that's why today I've got a crazy idea, which is basically a double insult. Because I'm going to swap out the original engine of my BMW E21 for a Ferrari engine. Yes, you heard right, I'm going to put in a 32-valve Ferrari V8. This is about doing something that sounds the way it's supposed to sound. And at the same time, the Alpina look of my car will finally get closer to what it's going to be capable of on the road, with this smooth one. Most likely with this project, I'll end up getting kicked out of the house. But if this goes well, the first E21 with a Ferrari engine will be born, and if it goes wrong, well, you already know. Yolanda will change the locks on me. Honey, it's going to be the daily. It's going to be the everyday car. My name is Mark and I'm a car fanatic. How did we get here? A couple of months ago, something happened. I got an email from a subscriber, Jorge Luis Garcia Llore, and the very first sentence alone, it blew me away. Mark, put the Maserati on ice because I found a complete unicorn in a junkyard. According to what he told me, the car came in through a Renault trade-in program. They delivered it to the dealership, and from there it went straight to this junkyard. But get this, it's complete. The interior is in great condition and the exterior looks just as shown. Now he tells me the price 11,000 euros and finishes with a phrase I relate to more than I should. It excites me, but if I show up at home with this, they'll kill me. And of course, after reading that, I could only do one thing, make an offer to the scrapyard.
You guys are watching Mark's Garage.
Por si alguien no lo tiene ubicado, esto es un Lancia Tema 832. Y lo de 832 ya te lo chiva todo. V8 y 32 válvulas. Una berlina discreta de los 80, pero con una bomba debajo del capó. Lo especial es el motor, un V8 2.9, de la misma familia que los Ferrari 308 4 válvole, y muy cerca del concepto del 328.
Come on, Ferrari DNA hidden in a sedan. And why is it so famous? Because it was fast, and with a V8 in the front and front-wheel drive, you had to handle it with respect. And here comes the serious part. In Spain, it's well remembered because Fernando Martin, the first Spaniard to play in the NBA, died in an accident on December 3, 1989. And it was said that he was driving a Lancia Thema 832. And since then, this car was forever marked in Spain's history. Option 2, the sensible, clean and nice option. A BMW engine from that era, a straight 6 with true Alpina spirit, real Alpina. It's the base that was used for those classic E21 Alpinas. It's the most elegant, most logical way, and the one that best fits the spirit of the car. The initial idea was clear, go after the unicorn. I spoke with the scrapyard and the deal was very simple. Before taking it to an Enduro, I wanted to hear the engine because we were talking about 11,000 euros for a scrapyard car, and that's something you at least have to check. He tells me, you just put a battery in and it starts right up because the car arrived running. Perfect, then send me a video of it starting so we can hear how it sounds. Weeks go by and there's no video of it starting. Instead of that, he sends me a video with compression readings, and honestly they don't add up for me. There's one that's quite a bit lower than the others. And when you see that, you're not buying a unicorn anymore. You're buying a mess disguised as a unicorn. So I ask him again, please, no excuses, let me listen to the engine, that's all. Come on. We'll have 4. Come on. And his response was this voice message.
The thing is, in that shitty community, you people don't keep your word. That's why you're a bunch of fucking outcasts.
And with that lovely conversation, it was crystal clear to me. I'm not putting a single cent in there. So I ruled out the unicorn, and we went for the option we could actually do with a transmission and with normal people. And then, while searching on Wallapop, this option came up. It made much more sense. This Drift BMW as a donor. A project with no smoke, no bullshit, and a solid mechanical foundation. Because if I want my E21 Alpina replica to be a beautiful and well-made car, the cleanest way is to install a period-correct BMW engine. And that's where this 528i E28 comes in. The 528i has the M30 engine, the inline 6-cylinder, the big one, the classic BMW engine. And the best part is that this engine was exactly the base Alpina used to create its most special E21 SE. I mean, I'm not making anything up, I'm just sticking to what actually happened historically. So instead of complicating things with the unicorn, we decided to do it the way I like. This BMW with a BMW engine. Well put together, well tuned, and with soul. And the best part is, at Dynasty, they've got everything ready for the swap.
Mark, new day, what are we doing? Hey, you're in charge, it's a BMW.
Don't put that. Let's see, let's get started right away. What do we have here? What needs to be done? Here we have an E28 with a 2800 6-cylinder engine and electronic fuel injection.
And the fact
That it's here is because we're going to take it apart. Basically, the idea is to eventually take this engine and install it in an E21. The little brother, from the 3 series of the same era, to make a replica. Alpina, both in terms of looks, which in this case is already done on the car, and mechanically, which is the good part.
mechanically, I understand it will use the same base as Alpina, the 28, but Alpina would do cams, pistons, crankshafts, and other details.
That's already out of our reach. This is going to be a stock 28 already installed in it.
That's because the car, the E21, which is already an Alpina replica in terms of looks, the one we're using, has the 1.6 or the 1.5 or something like that. It has a very small engine, carbureted.
No, I don't remember exactly, but it's very small.
I mean, it's going to be a huge change. A huge change?
Yes, that's right. Not only do we have to do this, we have to do the engine, gearbox, brakes, and then see how it performs. Regarding the suspension, because we start with the base engine with the basic equipment and then we install it. A 23 was the largest ever installed in the production series of that car. Nothing bigger was used.
Very well. How cool. And you're taking it all apart, probably throwing out the bodywork?
Exactly.
And we'll keep the engine, gearbox, the whole electronic system, which in BMWs is pretty simple because the ECU is in the glove compartment and you get all the wiring together with the engine so you can put it in any car.
Because the rest, like we mentioned before, the fuel pump power supply is already through the ignition, and whatever the ECU needs, we'll also provide it, whether it's positive or negative, or anything else it might need. Very good. That's it, there's not much more to it. It's unfortunate, but given the car's condition, we'll use this opportunity to give it a second chance.
Before all this, the car looked like this. White on the outside, beige interior, just an ordinary E21. It had charm, yes, but it lacked character. And that's where the idea was born, to turn it into an Alpina replica, done right. Not a cheap disguise, but a well-made replica. The dangerous part began. Searching for parts, buying, collecting, comparing, and thinking you just need one more thing. Until one day you look at the shelf and realize you already have half a car in boxes. There, perfect. Alright, let's go. To Manresa. Well, now the illness is over, so I'm going to take you out to eat. Does that sound good? Yes. Are we going to Manresa? Wherever you say, "Are you hungry, Toby?" He says, again in another car. Okay. Then it went to the workshop to adjust, assemble, and fit everything that made sense in terms of looks. So that's where it stops being just an idea and actually becomes a real car. And my favorite part, the exhaust. We made it custom in stainless steel with dual Alpina style outlets. Here, you're no longer just adding a cosmetic part, you're building the character of the car. So if on the outside it already looks like an Alpina, now comes the important part, making sure the inside is up to par. Here we have the vehicle's old exhaust pipe, and what we've done is we're going to put on 2 new mufflers because it has a dual outlet. This one is made of iron, and they've had a machinist make one out of stainless steel. And what we're going to do with this adapter here is we'll be able to connect the original pipe without having to make any modifications. And then add an extra muffler. They're a bit more compact, a bit smaller, so they have a better sound. And Mr. Siri told us this was the solution. Yes, you'll see what a great difference it's going to make. You are watching Mark's Garage. Well, what can I say? Did you see how what we did to it turned out? And now I'm going to show you how it looks. This is the engine it had, the 1.8, it's a 4-cylinder. And it sounds good thanks to the custom-made pipes. But it doesn't quite sound that loud, the way I would like. Actually, there's a big engine under there. So the idea is to put this M30 engine, which was the base of the Alpina. And we're going to try to fit that 2.8-liter engine under the hood here. Let's see if it's possible. Alpina managed to do it. Remember that the biggest engine at the time in an E21 was a 2.3-liter. Only Alpina dared to put an even bigger powerhouse in it, the M30 engine, which of course wasn't just about simply putting a 2.8 engine from a 528 in it, but they also changed a lot of things in that engine to get 220 horsepower out of it, just like the original Alpina did.
For us, the idea is that the original engine produces about 180 horsepower or so.
We're looking to achieve around 200 horsepower.
And I'm going to have to get it certified for those 200 horsepower. We're going to install the brakes from the M5. I mean from the 528. And we're also going to put in the gearbox so it can handle all that torque it's going to have in the rear. It's going to be huge. So now I'm going to show you, I'm going to stop, and we're going to take a look at the car and what I've done to it. And what we're going to do to it, because I'm not completely satisfied. So don't go anywhere, because now I'll show you the car from the outside. Well, as you can see, it has the 1.8 engine. It's a small engine. There were the 315 and the 316, which were a 1500, a 1600, and the 1800, which were a 4-cylinder. And then you had the 320, which already started to have 6 cylinders. Then you got to the top one of all, which was the 2300. That was the one people really liked from this series. The Alpina was a limited series, made by this famous manufacturer, and it wasn't within everyone's reach. As you could see, we left the roof white. We left the vehicle red and white. And then we put on all the Alpina stickers. The wheels, as you can see, don't really suit it. Let me know in the comments. They're 13-inch rims. I bought 14-inch rims. The thing is, this is what arrived from Wallapop. It said 14-inch rim. I didn't ask for a closer photo.
And when they arrived, they were too small, so I don't really like them.
We'll have to do something about it. Put on some slightly bigger wheels. We don't know what's going to happen with the suspension. Let me show you. Let's close this so you can see it better. As you can see, it has the Alpina spoiler, which I already showed you in the video was original. The spoiler down here. What's the issue? There's not much clearance to the ground. What's the issue? If we put in an engine as heavy as the 2800, I imagine this front part is going to drop, so we're going to have to change the suspension and make it a bit stiffer so the car doesn't pitch. Then we're also going to put wheels on it in the Alpina style, but a little bigger. We're going to put on the brakes from the 528 engine transmission, adapt the suspension. The brakes are the ones from the 528. I'm not sure if I should leave this Momo Prototipo in there. It's very nice, and it's from the 70s. These steering wheels have gone up a lot in price. If you're looking for a Prototipo from the 70s, it can be worth up to 600 or 700 euros. I didn't pay that much. I bought it 5 or 6 years ago. And now they've gone up a lot because it's really trendy to put them on Porsche 911 Resto mods. That's especially what they're looking for, that they're original. So on the inside, we're going to have to change the speedometer, or we're going to have to do something about it because it goes up to 200. So I don't know exactly if we're going to be able to use the same one. The guys from Dynasty will let us know. And then also one of the things I'm also going to do is change the logos. This Alpina logo, it's not the right one. And then in the front, we have the Alpina logo. Normally this logo didn't go on the hood. Instead, it went on the trunk on the left side. And this one is also Alpina, which isn't here. It's not the exact model. I've bought some exact replicas of what came with it. Now I'm going to show them. These are exact replicas of the Alpina badges. I found them on eBay. They're not cheap at all. This big one. This is the one that goes here. As you can see, it looks much better. This one isn't the right one for it. Here we would put the Alpina lettering. And then this one here, which already comes with the adapters back here. This is the original one. This car with the V6 engine, V6 2.8. It originally went here. Once we have the engine in place, we're going to put on the correct emblems. So, let me know what you think about the project. If you're going to check it out, leave it in the comments. If you say no, I'm not interested, well, let me know in the comments too, and we're going to see the mechanical part on the Dynasty Motors channel. We'll see each other in one last video doing a test drive of the engine already installed with the swap, everything finished. But the process of that project, you'll see it on their channel. I hope you liked the video and the upcoming project, which is really big. I'm also looking forward to finding out about it, if you're interested in following it or not. So let me know in the comments. My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars.